So I'm going to make this as fast as possible. I'm probably going to talk kind of fast because I keep on going over time and having to record because my program sucks and I don't know how to edit. So, okay, I'm down 7 pounds. I weighed in at 315.0 on the dot, 315 this morning. So that means I'm down 33 pounds since my consultation, and I believe it was 78 pounds since my highest weight, which is good. Which is the only good thing that has happened this week. I've had a horrible week. I started on soft foods. The first few days I was tolerating everything, and as the week progressed, or actually for like the past week and a half, I had said that I was having trouble with swallowing air and everything and feeling sick. Well, after that video, I just started throwing everything up. Nothing stays down. Not even like the stuff that had always stayed down, like the refried beans. That all comes up now. So I'm just the vomit queen. After like 3 days of throwing up, I had called the gastroenterologist that I used for my clearance for prior to surgery, and he, first of all, his staff is retarded, and I told her that I thought that I might have a stricture and that I might, need some balloon dilation and da-da-da-da and an endoscopy, and she's just like, what? Can you spell that? And I was like, have the doctor call me back, thanks. So then he called me back and he's like, well, you just had an endoscopy. I was like, yeah, I also just had my insides altered and I can't hold any food down, so you might want to get in there and check what's going on. So he's just like, oh, just go on a liquid diet. So I'm like, whatever. So, a liquid diet got old after like 2 days, and I thought, maybe I can, have mushy stuff. I just kept on throwing everything up. And last night I tried to have, literally I had 2 small bites of scrambled eggs, and I threw up for about 6 hours or so. Because until every single little morsel of whatever my pouch isn't tolerating comes up, I just keep on throwing up. And I tried to keep myself hydrated by sipping on water, and every sip of water was just more that I threw up. The more that I drank, the more that I threw up, because it just washed up a little, another little morsel of scrambled egg until it was all out, and then I was able to tolerate water and fall asleep. So, it's been fun, to say the least. And then on Friday or Saturday, now I can't remember, I think it was Friday, I ended up in the emergency room. For those of you who don't want to know the details of my stool, you should probably stop listening now. But since my diet has changed so drastically, I've never been, I don't know, I've always had problems with going to the bathroom, and ever since they removed my gallbladder, like, it was just, if I ate anything, I was in the toilet, and, so now it's like the opposite. It's like I barely eat, so I only go to the bathroom like once every 2 days, 3 days sometimes, and, it's very dense and hard, and so I went to the bathroom on Friday, I believe it was, and it was extremely painful to go to the bathroom, and as I was wiping, I saw that there was blood, and I was like, okay. And then when I went to flush the toilet, I saw that the toilet water looked like cranberry juice. So I freaked out. I thought that I was internally bleeding. I thought that something was wrong. And I went to the emergency room, and they told me that I have an anal fissure, which is basically like a tear in my butthole, and it's because of the density of my stool. So he gave me a prescription for suppositories, and I haven't picked it up yet because I'm embarrassed, and because I've been pretty much only drinking liquids, and I tried to do like one semi-solid or soft food meal a day, but that didn't work. I kept on throwing it up. So I haven't had any problems since then, but yeah, I've been pretty much on a liquid diet. So I'm hoping that when I'm done with my liquid diet, excuse me, or when I get this all resolved, that I won't have to pick up that prescription. But I've had a rash on my face and neck, and I asked the doctor at the emergency room about that, and he said it's probably just my change in diet. So yeah, high protein is really, I'm loving it. I mean, the food isn't bad, but I can't keep anything down, and my system isn't really liking it. So my mother thinks that I'm just having anxiety attacks, because generally when I'm anxious, I get upset and I end up throwing up, or every time that I fight with my boyfriend and I cry, I end up throwing up, and I just throw up a lot if I get upset. So she thinks that that's what it is, but I don't, just because it would be one thing if I was just throwing up, once because I was anxious about eating, but throwing up for like a 6-hour period until every last morsel of the, food that my stomach isn't tolerating is out is not, I mean, because I can't even feel that the food is there. So, yeah. I don't think it's me. So I found another gastroenterologist, and I made an appointment with him, and I saw him today, and I'll find out tomorrow because he had to call the hospital to schedule my endoscopy and upper GI, but their offices were already closed, so for scheduling and stuff and appointments. So I have to call them tomorrow morning to see if Thursday at like 6 in the morning I'd have to be there 6:30 because I think he wanted to take me at 7:30 in the morning. I should find out tomorrow if I can go and they can tell me what's going on. So, yeah, thanks to the magic of makeup, you can't tell that I have a horrible rash on my face and neck. The joys of life. So, other than, I lost 7 pounds this week, it's pretty much sucked. So, that's what's going on with me. I'm being hopeful, and I was always a colicky baby. I had a hernia when I was born. I threw everything up. I was very picky and sensitive, and my mother was just like, your stomach is just being your normal stomach and being picky and sensitive, so that's probably what's going on with you. Um, you know, just hang in there and blah, blah, blah. So I'm hoping that it's nothing more serious that I would need a secondary surgery for, because as of the 31st of this month, I no longer have insurance, and that would complicate things quite a bit. So I'm either hoping that I'm extra sensitive or for a stricture, because at least that's just an endoscopy and nothing more serious that would make me need another surgery. So I hope everybody's doing well and has had a better week than me. So I'll probably update after my endoscopy and everything. So yeah, take care. Talk to you later. Bye.